All right, we're back. Still lesson 7-1, solving two-step equations. This time, if you look, we have a negative coefficient. Remember, constants are the number without a variable, and coefficients are the numbers in front of variables. In this case, if you don't see one, you notice that we have 1x, and so our coefficient is 1, giving us 5 minus x equals 17. Now, I still want to follow the same idea for solving two-step equations. I still want to start with my addition and subtraction before I work on my multiplying and dividing. Remember, working backward from the order of operations. In this case, I see that my variable is being, we've got a 5, and we've got multiplied by 1. And so in this case, with our negative symbol, it's a little bit different, or excuse me, with our subtraction sign, a little different, and so what I want to do is, remember, I do want to do the opposite function, but ultimately in my addition subtraction, I want to make sure that there is nothing being added or subtracted to my x. And so in this case, 5 minus x, if I would add 5 to this, it'd be 5 plus 5. And so what I'm going to do is subtract 5 from both sides, because what that will leave me with is 5 minus x minus 5, and 5 minus 5 would give me 0, and so all I have is a negative x equals 17 minus 5 is 12. Now remember, we have said that subtraction signs have to stay with the term behind it. One of the ways that we could see that, again, a couple of different things. Early on, I could have written out 5 plus a negative x. That would have made it easier to see, or 5 minus 1x also could have helped us out. Either way, we are left with a negative x equals 12. Now, we're not done solving our equation because we need to have x equals 12, not negative x. And so again, this time, what I might do to help me out is to say, write negative 1x equals 12. And you ask yourself, what's happening to the variable? Well, negative 1 is being multiplied to x. And so I do the opposite function with the same number. So the opposite of multiplying by a negative 1 would be to divide by that same number. So if I were to divide both sides by negative 1, what that would leave me with is negative 1 over negative 1 equals a positive 1. Remember, negative divided by negative is a positive, and any number over itself is equal to 1. So I've got x equals 12 divided by negative 1, or positive divided by negative equals a negative value. So x is going to equal negative 12. Now, with the negative signs and my negative coefficient, things got a little crazy, and so what we can do is to check our answer, we go back to the original problem, which, if you look back, was 5 minus x. So let me rewrite that so we can see it. It was 5 minus x equals 17. So what I can do is, again, plugging in my values, 5 minus a negative 12 should equal a 17. Again, instead of subtracting, what I like to do is add the opposite. So I would do 5 and add the opposite. What's the opposite of negative 12? Positive 12. 5 plus 12 does equal 17. So this problem does check out. That's the thumbs up for you.